Hello and welcome to another Tales from a Professional Nerd. My name is BryanCPSteele and I will be your nerd today and any other day that you watch one of my silly little shows. Hello! Hi. It's a great week. It's a wonderful week. Kids are back to school. Had a particularly hard moment realizing that this is the first year that my son is going to be driving himself to school every day. And one of the highlights was when he was staying here. I got to drive him into school, and we would talk on the way there, talk on the way back. You know, it was some good, father-son time in the car. Not necessarily deep, but it was always good. And I came to that realization this week that I'm not going to have that this year because he's driving himself. It's weird. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. I'm happy that he's growing up. I'm happy that he's, achieving, he's ticking the boxes that he's supposed to be ticking. But it is still very hard as a dad knowing that I am less needed than I was. Sad face. Oh yeah, so I guess that's the week. That's part. We're jumping into the week in Bryan. I didn't even intro that. So that's probably the big personal thing this week. Additionally, it's having a moderately decent time at the gym. My weight the last week or so has been kind of just all over the place. I don't know if I'm just like retaining a lot of water, or if I'm retaining it, losing it. But yeah, I've got like a good 6 or 7 pound differential from every 2 days on my weigh-ins. It's weird, and I'm hoping that it is a sign that my body's thinking about doing something big with my metabolism. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I feel good, but I am always wary when things like that start to happen, because it makes me wonder if there's something going on. Speaking of things, something's going on. This upcoming, not the next couple days, but after the weekend, one of my best friends in the whole wide world is going under the knife for a pretty important surgery. And not like cosmetic or anything like that. Like it's a legitimate like life-saving type thing. And he's in very good spirits. He's doing a very good job. The doctors all seem to think that this should be a one and done, easy peasy, get in, get out kind of thing. All that being said, if I am not the praying type, but if you are, or if you are the type that just want to send some positive juju vibes out into the world, please do so. I don't have any like true deep fears, but medical stuff always scares me. I know he's going to do fine. But I guess hedge my bets. I want to make sure that I really want to make sure he comes out of this in the positive, the awesome stuff the doctor is saying should be. I don't know what I'm saying, but I want everything to go better than planned. Not even as planned. I want it better than planned. So if you have any kind of, positive juice to put into the universe for him, please do. Yeah, that's really it for personal. Not a lot. Oh, well, I mean, I guess when you guys get this, this weekend is my birthday. I will be 48 years old. Oh, just feels wrong to say that out loud. because in my head I'm still 25. You know, in my head I'm still, you know, that goofy punk rock skater kid that is making super late night bad decisions on the Purdue University campus. You know, like it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I'm assuming that it's not just the birthday, but it's also my friend's looming surgery and, you know, other medical stuff, and just I think there's just a lot rolling around in my skull. But maybe that's why I'm feeling so nostalgic for the old times. But let's change gears. Gaming. So last weekend, I got to play in my not only my my playtest group's Intergalactic Heroes game, which was awesome. We had a good time. It was a big nasty fight that I don't think we were prepared for, but there were some very cool moments that came out of it, and definitely highlighted some of the cool things that can be done with the new Intergalactic Heroes classes. So I not only did we have a good time and it furthered the story, but as a kind of playtest situation, it also highlighted a couple of cool things that worked as intended, and it was like, okay, cool. On paper, that made sense, and in practice, it also makes sense. So that was great. And then just a couple days later, we played. I went down to Indianapolis to play in my buddy's D&D game, where I am the drunk halfling monk fighter guy. And for the first time, we are 9th level. For the first time, I legitimately thought I was in trouble. Not that the fights haven't been tough. It's just I'm a very scooty, dodgy, I'm not where you think I should be, you know, kind of stick and move type character. And this is the first time that I kind of planted my heels in the ground. I was like, I've got this. I'll stand the line. And the dice on the side of the Game Master were intense. I mean, I think in the first round of being attacked by a bunch of ghouls, you know, nothing like, you know, horrifying. They're tough. They're ghouls. But I think he crit me like twice in the first round. It was gnarly. It was a rough fight, but it turned out okay, and the game went really well. We learned a lot about the kind of the awful pit of undead that we're about ready to walk into, and I think that's pretty much it. Like it was a lot of combat in this session. It was also a decent amount of role playing with an NPC during the combat. We ran into a character that we hadn't seen in many sessions, like someone from the earliest part of the game, the earliest part of the campaign, who used to travel with another NPC. And you know, we became collectively we became close, and so when we met this person again, we asked her, you know, hey, where's, you know, her name's Tate, and we asked Tate, where's Parrish, and she was like, well, you know, they were love interests. I don't know if I said that, but the two of them were obviously together, and we were like, wait, where's Parrish? And she's like, well, he came with us, but he's not with us anymore. And so we had this bummer moment, like, oh, you know, he didn't make it. That sucks. And then during the during the kind of final combat of the session, it is revealed to us that not only did Parrish not make it, but he was raised by the local vampire guy to be a sub boss, and it was sad. It was sad to see him there, and him threaten her, and it was a moment, you know. Obviously we ended up having to put him down, but the lengths that our cleric went to to be like, is there anything, she's rolling skill checks and spending inspiration and just trying to figure stuff out. She's like, is there any way to cure someone once they become a vampire? Can you undo this? Is it like the Lost Boys, where if you kill the master vampire, everybody else turns back? And with every negative answer the DM was giving her, Rachel was just getting more and more like, just more and more drawn down into the depression of this situation. And then when we actually had to destroy him, she just kind of stopped fighting. Rachel just kind of was like, nope, I can't handle this. This is too much. And it was cool. It was a cool moment. And then just last night, during my bi-weekly Xbox game with my buddy Bryan, I played Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 for the first time in, years at this point. But I forgot how great that game is. It's so good and so filled with like interesting mechanics, and it's a fun. It doesn't need to be deep to be fun, and it definitely it highlights that. It's got just enough story to make you understand what you're doing, and everything else is just enjoy yourself. And we did. We had a good time. This upcoming week, I've got one cool game that I know is it not this week? No, this is birthday week. Yeah, so nothing. I got nothing going on this week except for my birthday. Yeah, so I think that's it, honestly. For gaming wise, hobby wise, I actually have gotten some stuff done. Yay! I officially have the charity piece for Gamehole started on the painting aspect of things. Plus, I have the player character models for one of my special events. One of my special events, the player character models are painted. Or mostly painted. They're not quite done. I'll show you when it gets a little closer to Gamehole. I'll show you the models, and I'll show you. I'll explain what they are. But I got some paint on those. I'm happy with those, and I have my personal created model for Noble Honey's Bane of Imaria. My live action Imaria character that I play for Six Sides of Gaming at live shows. I have a miniature. Finally, not only did I get the miniature made, but I got him converted, and he is now almost done, almost completely painted. I mean, I'm very high. We don't use models very often on Six Sides, but having one that is personalized to your character is always kind of cool. It's always an interesting. It's always fun to be able to do that. I think that's all my hobbying. Yeah, I think so. I think that's right. Work-wise, as this is always the biggest chunk of my week in Bryan, it's good. It's good. I finished up a very cool project for the guys over at Dungeon in a Box for the Monster Hunter's Handbook. I think that's going to be a cool product when they get it all put together and put whatever. When I eventually get my copy, I will do a cover-to-cover look here on the channel. In the meantime, head on over to dungeoninabox.com and take a look. See what the Monster Trainer's Handbook could do for you. My solo rules for Xeogenesis went out to the public for them to take a look at. So far, the reviews have been good. That project is pleasing me. The preview launch for the launch of the preview for InfiniteStories.com is going very well. The Discord is very chatty. People seem to like the stuff that we are creating. I look very forward to it launching fully, so people can actually start creating things and making their campaigns and using this stuff. It's a really cool engine, and if you haven't followed the link in the description, you should go check it out. Intergalactic Heroes coming along great. Our Greater World Bible for the Throne World Saga is coming together. It is interesting. It's so weird for me, creating a universe, creating an intellectual property, creating a license, and I know it by the broad strokes and the tentpoles, like the major events, the I know what this class is going to be. I know what this origin is going to be. Oh yeah, this is one. Their starships are going to look like this. I know. I've got all these little bits and facets. But then Eric Nelson, is penning the actual the kind of the design notes, the world Bible itself, and he's expanding on a lot of these ideas. And it's cool because he'll reach out to me and go, okay, hey, your notes say this and this. What about this, this, and this? And if it's not something that I have really thought about, it gives me a chance to go, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's like a cool idea. It allows me to add that to my ongoing sort of process. But it also, there are things that he thinks about that I just wouldn't, like little. I wouldn't think of it to put it down as background information until it came up in game or came up in a story or something. So I think as a team, myself, Eric, and Paul are going to put together a hell of a setting. It is very cool to see this stuff start to gel and come together, and I can't wait. I know it's been years in the making, and I've been talking about it, and we've shown it off, and I've played it at multiple home games and convention games and special events. I am very confident that this game is going to leave a mark. I think it's going to have it is going to have an impact on the sci-fi game space. I'm completely confident, and I think that people are going to dig some of the little things that make it unique. More on that in the future. Warzone stuff. Good things. Alex, as far as I can tell, basically Alex is just wrapping up the last little bit of shipping. Once that's taken care of, and then Game Quest, the shipping fulfillment center, gets their pallets and get it all squared away, they'll start sending stuff out. And then design wise, I actually have a couple of things on the block. On my design block that Alex and we had a really good meeting yesterday to talk about a future product that's a ways off, but it's gonna require a lot of planning, and I'm excited to put some of the pieces I've already created and already drafted the initial stuff, but basically creating the rest of the stuff that we need to put that together is going to be a ton of fun. I need to write some more lore, some introductory lore for some new releases. Because we're at this point, we're so close to the end of the Kickstarter. Our next step is getting our retail avenue open and starting to release some of the new units. The new units we've already got sculpted and designed, and they've been through playtesting. And part of those releases, I need to. We have a bunch of new players. Not everybody playing Warzone is familiar with Mutant Chronicles. Is familiar with 30 years of history. So I do need to create at least some lore drops that will help the new players know what these models are without listening to a video, without coming to talk to me and go, so who is Dr. Diana? That's what we need to be able to create that sort of release mesh. And I know I got to write some of that stuff. It's been burning in my head to get that taken care of. Still working on Shadowrun novel. And this week I'm wrapping up on my World of Drashar adventure. Hopefully by the end of the day, maybe tomorrow. But it has to get done, and I hope that the rest of it goes very smoothly as far as like words to the page. And then the outline, my initial outline has gone over to the other members of the team for Thundercats, for the Thundercats role-playing game. The notes I've gotten on the outline so far is that Tommy and Devin are very happy with it. Tommy's going to make some adjustment, some notes and adjustments and additions to it, and then I'm going to get to take a look at his adjusted stuff, and then it sounds like we're going to bounce it up to the licensor to make sure that they are cool with everything that we are doing, and then we actually get to start putting words to page, which I'm excited about. I can't wait. I've been wanting to do this to make this game for ever. And now that I get an opportunity to, I want to make sure that it all comes together the way it should. Hopefully. Please. But yeah, I think that's it. That's it. My work week in a nutshell. Yeah, so that's the week in Bryan. I hope that it was entertaining. I know it was a long one, but it's also because I meandered a bit here and there and waxed philosophical. So let's get started with the actual thumbnail that you clicked on. So my buddies over at Mantic, specifically my buddy Rick Hall, he is I think he's like kind of the master of ceremonies when it comes to like all the convention support and gaming events and store facing, and he's a pretty rad dude over there. But we've been talking for a long time about wanting to get one of their games on the channel, and so we were chit chatting, and I had said, well, I'm really interested in the new Halo box, and so as of Gen Con, my buddy Rick made sure that I had one to unbox. And so it's still in the cellophane. It has been absolutely killing me not to open this, but because I love you guys so much, you are getting to see the initial opening, my absolute unboxing reaction to HALO Flashpoint, Rise of the Banished. Alright. Now, I know it's weird that my first introduction to this game, I've played the original. I mean, I know it's the same game. I've played Flashpoint before, and it's really a very fun, it does a great job of representing like what a PvP multiplayer Halo tournament game kind of thing feels like. It does an excellent job. So then you may be asking, Bryan, why is it that you wanted the one that has just aliens in it and no Spartans or no, because I am a weirdo. No, I absolutely adore the brutes. I love brutes. I know they got new names. I can't remember what they were called. What they're called now, Gillenay, whatever. I always called them brutes, and I absolutely. When I saw the first, let's get this over here. When I saw this for the first time with the original Halos, a bunch of grunts and a bunch of Spartans, and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. My first question on my mouth is, what are you guys going to do, brutes? And Rick was like, just wait. Fast forward a year, and here they are. And so I was like, obviously, this is the box that I need to get because I need to have these brutes. All right, so here we go. The lid is off. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. Let's take a look. All right, so first things first, we have the HALO Flashpoint Defiance So the Giralhanai. Okay, commonly known as brutes. Aggressive species of pseudo-ursine mammal. Pseudo-ursine! They're bear-like! That makes perfect sense. Bears are like some of my favorite animals. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so it's got the rules in here. It's got some new keywords. Now, does it actually have... Is this just a rules addendum? HALO Flashpoint Defiance expansion rule uses the Fireteam building rules introduced in the War Games expansion and gives players new options to play with the Banished faction. This booklet also contains 2 new scenarios. Okay, so there is a good chance that I'm going to need to get access to the War Games expansion box. Okay, so here's the expansion, little bits and bobs. We have a bunch of tokens. They look like they're tokens of weapons and VIP and grenades and scenario points. Okay, so I don't know what any of this stuff does yet, but then we've got wounds, profile card, grenades, and then I'm not sure what that symbol is. But yeah, so a bunch of tokens. And they're well... Oh, don't punch them out yet, Brian. You know, they're very well made. We have an instruction book on how to put together the cardboard terrain pieces that come in the box to make that board. Cool. Then we actually have the cardboard. Whoa, look at we have the cardboard terrain pieces, which are all shrunk wrapped. Oh, Brian, all shrink wrapped together. I want to get a good look at these. Come on. Ow! I just pulled my beard here. All right, here we go. Let's. That should be enough to get my fingers in there. Or not. Okay, what a great video. Let's watch Brian struggle with plastic wrap for 5 minutes. Alright. I'm going to take a look at this, see how sturdy this stuff is. I mean, so the models are plastic, so you don't need to have, like, you know, MDF grade stuff. But we have... It's the same kind of cardboard as the tokens, so they're good and solid. Looks like we've got 4 sheets of the all-color terrain. Let's set that off to the side. And then we get, I'm assuming this is the game board. Let's see if Brian can do this without tearing everything apart. And yeah, so this is just the game board itself that you will set the terrain up, and there are, if you look, there are different square sections. So I was looking at the, oh, it's buried now. I was looking at the scenario, glanced at the map, and they've got the where you place things based off of those sections. So I understand why it's kind of got that grid pattern. We have 2 trays. No, 1 tray. One empty tray that I'm assuming this is where the terrain and the tokens and stuff will go. Because underneath... Oh, silica gel. Because underneath here... Whoa, these bottles are huge! They're huge! Alright, underneath there's a second tray that has stat cards, which we'll look at those in a second. Little item cards for things like the brute shot. Alright, let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Alright, so we have they're really, well, very slick. Very, there's a good core to them. So we got the brute shot. Are they the same on both sides? No, one is ranged and one is close combat. Okay, cool. The skewer, which is just a ranged weapon. So it's got its stats on one side, and then it's got a little story on the other. That's cool. The Mangler has ranged and close combat. Shock Rifle has just ranged. Ravager has ranged and ranged too. Oh, because it's got an alternate fire mode. Very cool. More Ravager. Oh, and then another card that's Ravager close combat. Okay, so that one has 3 ways to attack with it. The Sentinel Beam. Okay, we have a Disruptor. Dynamo Grenade. Dynamo Grenade. Oh, it's an EMP grenade. Okay, actually, you know what? I guess I never knew it was called a Dynamo Grenade. Spike Grenade. We always loved the spikers. Those were great. Now the question. Oh, yep. So keywords: frag, 4, grenade, 1 use, and sticky. I love the fact that they've got rules for it, sticking to someone, because that was always the best thing when it happened. All right, so that was all in the red color, and then there's all the same cards. All the same cards? No, I guess not. None of the grenades are on this. So then there's a bunch of blue versions of some of those cards too. Don't know what the difference is. We have some D6s that look like they are bespoke combat style D6s, because we have, let's show you. We have like crossed plasma swords, I am not sure what that head looks like. Like an angry monster head. Plus, unfortunately for me, I don't know what these symbols are, and I don't know what they represent yet. We'll get there. It also comes with a bunch of, looks like these might be just standard D8s. Yes, they are just standard red and silver D8s. And they are not arranged. Oh, weird. So, I don't know if you know this, but a standard role-playing polyhedral generally will always have, when you have the opposite sides, they will add up to 1 plus the maximum number of dice. Or 1 plus the maximum number of the thing. So on a 6-sided die, the 6 and the 1 will be on opposite sides of each other. The 2 and the 5 will be on opposite sides of each other, and the 3 and the 4 will be on opposite sides of each other. All of those opposites add up to 7, because the 6-sided die, 6 plus 1 is 7. These D8s don't do that. They are weird. We have 7 and 8, 15, 3 and 4, 7, 2 and 1, 3, 5 and 6, 11. So they are not set up to do the on a D8 the base 9 number for all of them, and I don't know if that matters. I'm a firm believer in spin down dice and stuff don't matter. If you roll a dice well enough, it's still going to do what it's gonna jostle in the dice box. It's going to do whatever it's going to do. I generally don't put any stock in, well, if it's not perfectly aligned and the numbers aren't perfect, then your dice rolls are skewed. Come on, it's a game. But I do think that it's interesting that someone makes these. Because again, in the back of my head, unless that dice placement matters, like on a spin down, the reason why they make those is so if you're counting life in Magic the Gathering, it's your life total is always just one facet away from whatever one that you currently have showing. So it's easy. You're not sitting there trying to find it in order to find your life. If you take 3 damage, you just count down, bump, bump, bump. I get that, and that makes a lot of sense to me. But something like this, where these numbers seem to just kind of be randomly assigned, it's weird that someone made the machines that print the dice, the actual die cut or the pour, the molds, that they're set up with weird numbers. That's cool. I mean, it's cool in its own weird way. I don't care, but it's just an interesting note that they're not spin down and they're not base +1. Weird. Now let's take a look at the thing that's going to get people most excited about this set. The models. Alright, so we have, just looking at this, the box is definitely more heavily weighed toward having brutes, but that's fine. So we have a elite, what are they called? The Combine? This is the Combine, aren't they? I'm having a hard. My brain just totally stopped functioning. I'm not wrong, right? The Covenant Combine is from Infinity. So we have a Covenant Elite with, looks like a shock rifle. Oh, you know what? I've got cards here. Let's see. We have... Oh, and their official title is Sangheili. They are Sangheili mercenaries. Cool. Alright. Again, these cards are well put together. So we've got the stats on one side, little story on the other. We've got rules for the Brute Captain, Brute Warrior, Brute Berserker, Brute Sniper, Brute Captain with... Any difference? Yes. Brute Captain with a Ravager. Brute Chosen Warrior. Brute Berserker. Brute Sniper. Sangheili Mercenary, Sangheili Mercenary, Sangheili Mercenary, Sangheili Mercenary, Sangheili Mercenary, Sangheili Mercenary. So there's a bunch of them for how they're equipped. And then the man, the myth, the legend himself, Atriox. Atriox, the Brute War Master. He comes with apparently his own special order and all regular. So they come with these special order cards, and all. So Atriox's is Defiance. If a friendly model begins their activation pinned, you may spend a special order result to perform a free stand-up action first, then continue with the model's normal 2 short, 1 long action. That's cool. Atriox personally may use special orders available to Brutes and the Banished. Atriox may be taken in place of 2 other Banished when drafting your Banished fire team, if you are using the drafting rules from the rulebook. So he has special rules for you to play him. And then Brute Special Order. It's just all Brutes have this. An injured animal is often the most dangerous. Injured Brutes will enter a Berserk Rampage when close to death in a last attempt to make 1 more kill. If the active Brute unit has 2 or more wounds already, they can spend a special order result to add 1 to their speed stat for a sprint action made in their activation. This movement must be used to enter a cube with an enemy model. The Brute player may reroll 1 die during the resulting fight test. So basically, as long as if your Brutes are injured, you can you go a little nuts. All right, so Elite Mercenary. Elite Mercenary with Plasma Gun. Elite Mercenary with Plasma Sword. And then, Elite Mercenary with a Needler. These are good models. They're really well done. They're great poses. They're solid plastic. They're not junky. They're not junky PVC. Like, that's They're plastic. They're really good. And now we get into the reason why I bought this for the Brutes, or the Giralhanai, whatever they are. All right, so we have this guy with, he looks like he's got like a jetpack and one of those Ravagers. He's pointing forward. Oh, I think that's one of the captains. He's got a cool helmet on. We have another one. This time it looks like he's got just a little rifle. That might be the... Oh, no, that's the Sentinel Beamer. He's got a Sentinel Beamer. Yeah, there's chunky models, though. Cool. And so I'm going to say this. I'm glad that they went with the base gray plastic on these, because I know the original Halo, like the 1v1 Halo box had the Spartans and stuff in them, they had them colored like bright blue and bright red, and I had some people were saying that you almost always had to use a dark primer or that color of plastic would show through. So they're going with a more neutral gray. I love it. So here we've got a Brute throwing a cool grenade, but he also has those awesome like blade gauntlets on. And same. Hang on a second. You the same? Oh no, they're different. Oh, because okay, that's the one that's got the spiker grenade, and then that's the one that's got that dynamo grenade. Okay, I was like, why? They're almost identical, but they are different because of the grenades that they are wielding. Okay, and the pose is slightly different. We have a warrior. What kind of gun is that? Which gun is that? What gun do you have? You have the... No, that's the Sentinel Beam. What did the other guy have? The other guy had... Is it just a shock rifle? Is it just... No? What do you have, my friend? Disruptor? I don't know what this guy's got. It might be a disruptor. That first one, because that's definitely the Sentinel Beam. No doubt about it. You know, there's a very good chance that I might end up using some of these as Hyraxians in Intergalactic Heroes. Hyraxians are large size. They're kind of porcupine-ish, but if you put armor and stuff on them... Sorry, planning for other uses. And then we have a Brute, which looks like he's just got like a, basic rifle, nothing fancy, just cool. There's this one. He's got his, I think that's the Ravager. Is that the Ravager? No, it's not the Ravager. I don't know what that is. Oh, I'm making a mess. Oh, no, that's the Skewer. So he has the Skewer. And then he's also got like a shield generator or something on his back. I don't know what that is. It's cool. There's another one that has one as well. So there's him. And then there's this one that's got a pistol and a shock rifle and this thing, whatever this is. He looks cool. He's a good pose. Like he is a full action, walking forward, shooting stuff pose. And then the creme de la creme, the main reason why I wanted to get this whole box, Atriox. What a just a monster. He's enormous. He's of everybody else has smooth bases. He has a textured base. They did him justice. He's got that huge. What is the name of his weapon again? A Chainbreaker. He has Chainbreaker is his own personal gravity hammer, and then he has a power gauntlet on the other arm. Just a Just a monster. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Let's get him in focus. He's just so cool. I mean, considering a regular human is about this tall on these guys, imagine that dude just clobbering you. So that is all of the models that came in the set. They are gorgeous. They are everything I wanted them to be and more. And I, for one, cannot wait to get one of my close friends plays has the Spartans. I am excited to learn how to play with my new guys, and then I guess I will report back. Let you know after during one of the weeks in Bryan. I will report back and let you know how everything played out, how it went together, and yeah, it's got these cool little lids to hold everything together. So good. It's very well designed box, well contained. When I get all the other stuff punched out, I'll put those in the other tray as well. There you have it. The Rise of the Banished expansion box for HALO Flashpoint. Very, very cool product. Even for the models alone, even if you didn't care about the game, just having these models is worth the price of admission. They're super well designed. They're very, very sturdy. They're a material that they're not brittle. You're not gonna see, once you get paint on these and get them varnished, you're not gonna get like. Sometimes with some plastic models, occasionally you get like bend break on the paint, where like it got set against something and the arm got pushed just enough that it cracked the paint. I don't see that happening here. These are very, very sturdy models. They are just amazing stuff. And it comes with the board and terrain and dice, and it's just a good product. And you should absolutely go over to Mantic's website and order yours today. If you are a HALO fan, or if you're just a sci-fi miniature fan, I think that these will absolutely scratch the itch that you're looking for. I'll let you guys know how the game plays when I get a chance to do so. And yeah, very cool product. Made by very cool people. I love my friends over at Mantic, and I love the HALO license. And this look, outsider looking in, because I have not had a chance to play yet. It definitely looks the part, and if rumors can be believed, and from the one time that I played the original Flashpoint. I suspect that this will feel much like playing the video game. So I am extremely happy, and I hope that you had a chance to take a look at it, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and that I didn't just pontificate at you about nothing for almost an hour. Until next week, where I do have another unboxing next week, one that people have asked for several times since since that product became announced. I've had several people asking me about it and my opinions, and we will get into that next week. So until then, please be safe, wash your hands, just try and stay healthy, wear a mask in places you have to, get your shots, don't lick doorknobs, you know how it is. Just try and make every room a little happier than when you got there, and that's really all I can ask out of anybody. So have fun, play some games, which you know I will. Bye guys.